Where's your microphone?
Right here.
Audio is live.
Where's your microphone?
Audio is live. We in the building.
You on now? Hey, this your girl Lotus J. We live at the Vibe. We doing stuff. We got new stuff. I hope y'all like our new screens. We trying to upgrade, partner. This is our Tuesday night show, the Blaquer The Berry. And we do know that sweet juice comes out of blackberries.
That's right.
And we blackberries.
Is that what they say?
Yes, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
You ain't know?
Right.
Have you ever had a blackberry before? Oh,
I had a
I'm
blueberry.
sorry. You probably messed with yellow berries.
I had a blueberry.
Let me see how long this little charade going on.
I ain't had no.
Blueberries are bitter.
I know what you for the. Come on, let me see.
I ain't had no walnut with a beehive on top.
You know what?
I was waiting for it. So yeah, we got a whole lot going on tonight. Lots to talk about.
Every time a woman get eyelashes, her attitude get bad.
I don't have eyelashes. Thank you very much.
They just pretty.
These are mine.
I wasn't talking about you.
Well, you looking at me.
He just gave me wrong.
I know, right?
Yeah, you're right. You don't have none on.
All right, so let me see. Do we have any interesting updates
We better.
over the weekend?
Girl,
Oh,
yes,
from the-
Sunday? What's happening on Sunday?
Nah,
We're talking
this
about
past
from the
weekend.
previous
Yeah.
weekend.
Oh,
What did we do anything? Let me see.
the fight.
Oh yeah.
The
Oh, but that's
fight.
part of our show. We are gonna talk about the fight
Okay.
though. Did you see the fight?
No, I didn't.
Oh yeah.
They ain't got
I don't
cable.
know that you missed too much.
She ain't got cable.
Get your fire stick. We can say one.
No, I heard that Fire Stick was struggling a little bit.
With the fight?
Yeah, I think it was too many people on there streaming on the stick. That's why I didn't use my box. I said, let me go on
What
Showtime.
did we use?
We went to Showtime. I went through Showtime.
Oh, I thought.
Oh, you
No,
look at you.
I went through
What you thought?
Showtime.
Oh,
I couldn't
Oh,
take that
that's
chance.
cool.
Yeah,
so we really clear.
not really. we mostly clear.
We still
I
about
can show a receipt.
we about 75%.
Even though I was supposed to be at home watching it.
That's all right.
You was at home. We was at the house.
I'm gonna tell them I live there.
We was
That's
at the
where
house.
I live,
Am
and
I
I
in
wanted
the-
some of my friends to come watch at my house with me.
Am I in the screen right?
No, I don't feel like you are.
I need to move this way or this way?
I feel like you need to move that
This way.
by your cup.
This way. That's better.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think. I don't know. Sit down. Let's see.
That's cool. That's good. Okay.
Where's the camera?
There, you have the
I think
box
I'm
in
in.
your screen. Ha ha. I got
I
Africa
know
in
it's
mine.
the MVP box.
Africa in mine.
Logan got high vibe. What's up?
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Was that
you
it?
got the logo. I got the, and then you got the
This
Africa.
weekend was that it?
What else we do this weekend?
That's it.
It's got to be something else. That was all. Oh no, we kicked off the retro party, and it was the
You
party.
did that the week before.
No,
Wasn't the first week.
this was the first week to
No,
kick
it
that
wasn't.
off.
No, it wasn't.
You make me feel like I'm crazy.
You know
well, it
what?
wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't. I got
Look
three-
and see if we
I
have
got three
flyers from
flyers for it. Yes.
the
Y'all
retro
had
party.
such an amazing
first-
time that y'all can't even remember what happened this past weekend.
She trying to clean it up because
That's
our
the
baby
truth.
was just bad.
I was off the chain.
Friday was off the chain. DJ Romeo
We
put
ain't
it
twerking no more
down.
on Friday. We grown folks.
And
For
Natural
real.
Change was there. It was a good,
Good
it was a
show.
good,
It
very,
was
very,
good.
very,
So you
very
mean
good
to tell me
show.
there's no twerk nights? Like not
If you can
30
twerk
minutes
off,
of
you can
twerking?
twerk off Maze and Pee Wee Herman and
no. Can't nobody twerk off
DOC and NWA.
Then
twerk
twerk
away.
on.
Twerk on.
Twerk on, homie.
Because you ain't getting much more than that. And
We kicked it though.
That's-
Oh, it was
it was
so
cold though.
live. That was like off the chain to me. Friday night was. And then Saturday we watched the fight. And Sunday we did our, regular swing out. And we had a good time. This weekend, do you have something you want to share with us over the weekend?
it. Girl, no, I worked all weekend.
Oh, did you?
Yes. Like
Okay.
Where you work?
Like a surf. I
A
worked
surf?
What's a surf?
A type of enslaved person.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I think.
I didn't know that. Where your phone at?
over there.
Charging. Oh. So, okay. So this week, let me give you updates. So let's do high vibe shows. We have tonight, of course, is a Blaquer The Berry. Make sure y'all tune in on Mondays. Mondays we have our new show hitting straight from the hip, and that's from at 8:30. Y'all, so these are the children in school. They still can see you.
Oh, I forgot.
They all over here talking. Okay,
They can still
let me
see
talk to y'all because they don't care. So Monday is straight from the hip, and then shooting from the hip, and then Tuesday, of course, is the Blaquer The Berry. Wednesday we have the sports rehab show, and from 8:30 until 10. So football season is about to kick in, so we're going to kind of hear what they got to say about that and with all the protests and all of that. So that'll be on Wednesday. The teen scene is also on Wednesdays. However, we're on a hiatus until the children get acclimated back into class, so we'll give you updates when that starts back. Thursday is a man's point of view, and this Thursday we are dealing with real life again. It's just communities.
Issues.
Did we?
Such
What is the title though? Do you remember?
It's your show.
It's your show too.
No,
you started the show.
No, you decided to do this show. We had a show and then you changed it.
Because I just feel like
Are you on the show?
It's
She
his show.
changed the show.
Are you on the show?
She changed the show.
Answer the question.
Y'all keep having this little spat while I look at
I'm on the show.
All right then.
But
so
she
it's
just
your
changed
show.
it.
It's your show, just like you're on Blaquer The Berry, and I'm on Blaquer The Berry, and Lotus on Blaquer.
It's y'all show, right?
But she just changed the show.
So Thursday night show is called "Where Do We Go From Here?" Coming together in a time of crisis.
Now,
See how we just solved that? All of this.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. So that's Thursday. Y'all come out. Oh, and also on Thursday, anyone that,
Cowboys play Thursday.
So, number one, we don't care about the Cowboys. Number two, what does that have to do with?
They play Houston.
We really
now,
don't
what
care
about
about the
that?
Cowboys.
What about that? They play Houston.
So,
They play here because they were supposed to play there.
that's interesting.
Now they play here.
That's news. That's news. Noteworthy news.
Put some respect on Houston.
Put some respect.
You know what? We're supposed to be boycotting NFL. Like,
We'll get to that.
So, I'm still not understanding why we announced the Cowboys on the Blaquer The Berry, because the Blaquer The Berry don't care. However,
Exactly.
we do want y'all to bring water out on when you do come to Brick House. We're open Wednesday through Sunday. At 5 o'clock, the door is open, and that's our give back. But we will talk a little bit more about that. But anyway, do we have Bring It to the Mic this Thursday too, right?
Yep.
Okay. So before our show that starts at 9, at 7 o'clock we have Bring It to the Mic, Poetry and Soul, and that starts at 7 at Brick House. A lot of fun. Make sure y'all come out and check that out. Following is the High Vibe Show, A Man's Point of View. This week we're dealing with community issues, so that should be a very important time for us to come out and just really do some accountability and some checking, some self-checking, and what can we do to help, and not how can we tear each other down. We'll get into that later too. Friday, we don't have any shows on Friday. Saturday, you have shows on Sundays? This Sunday? Coaches?
Coach's Corner. Yeah, we're going to do Coach's Corner this Sunday.
What time is that? At 4?
We're
Or
going to have to go 2 to 4. We're going to have to change the time a little bit.
football season?
Yeah, there's a fantasy draft going on.
Oh my God, he is so...
Did he change us?
Yeah, he just messed us up.
What you doing, man? Why y'all was coming here messing stuff?
How you?
It was wrong.
Engineer like that on air.
It was
Now, when I
wrong.
went here last week, is everything's perfect? And
It wasn't the whole
now
show
all of a
though.
sudden, he come in, he walk in the door and just change the whole
What was
script.
wrong with it the way it was?
Don't worry, when I finish, it's going to be perfect.
Okay. So that is what's going on in High Vibe world. Now let me do Brick House. So this weekend, you do Brick House.
You
As
really,
you
you
should.
really want to dance with me like this?
Come
right
on,
now?
let me see if you remember anything that's
Watch
going on
this.
with Brick House.
She gonna complain about how I do it. I ain't gonna be in my.
I'm not gonna say
I ain't gonna
anything.
have my cheerleader voice, or I ain't talking loud enough. It's always something.
I'm not gonna say nothing. Let me see.
We kicking it Friday, Saturday. We kicking it harder on Saturday,
Oh my God.
and Sunday's gonna be the bomb. So
Do
so
you
join
have
us.
to on
So
purpose?
join us.
Do you have to on purpose
Join us
irritate
the
me?
whole weekend.
He's definitely doing that on purpose.
We kicking it.
Could you please do the?
Okay, so what is happening on Friday exactly?
Oh man, you ain't gonna believe it.
Say, I'm glad you asked.
I ain't glad you asked. She's glad you asked.
Yes. So answer her question.
We kicking it.
Okay, so who is the band on Friday?
That's a good question. We have Authentic Sounds Friday,
All right.
and it's throwback, and it's it's First Friday Feast.
Thank you.
Oh, I was gonna ask about the food.
The shrimp and chicken and all of that. Fish,
Are we doing shrimp
catfish
and
buffet.
grits or just shrimp?
Yeah, we can. You got some grits?
I want
At the
some
house?
grits.
How many boxes of grits you gotta bring?
A whole bunch
Probably a
of them.
bunch. Bring all the grits you got. You got any?
No.
I'll bring
pretty
some.
weak.
She can
We're
bring
gonna
some.
see Fee. Fee, give us some grits.
Can we substitute rice? I got plenty of that.
No, you can
No,
make grits and
you don't
cream
eat grits and
rice.
Don't
and-
you say you don't eat shrimp and rice?
no, that is good because I actually make a really good
I was
rice
about
and
to say.
shrimp dish that I need to make one day.
Okay.
So anyway, let me fix the announcements that he jacked up. Friday we have buffet from 6 until 8. I'm not supposed to say that there's a 2-drink minimum.
Yeah, you are.
Well, you took it off my announcements.
No, I did.
Yes, you did. You scratched
Well,
it off.
that was for the drop. though.
What's the difference? It's all
It's a big-
announcements.
it's a big deal.
Okay. So anyway, 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock, we have our first Friday feast. So we have Southern food. Y'all come hang out with us for buffet. Drink 2 drinks because we feeding y'all, and I don't have no problem saying that. Okay, so then we also have the Retro Room kickoff this Friday with DJ. No, the kickoff was last Friday, and I do want you to look for.
I got 100 of them.
100.
I feel like I'm right, but I might be wrong.
We can bet on it.
It don't happen too often. I bet you
I
a
don't know
dollar.
why dollar bet.
Okay. So, and then we have Authentic Sounds this Friday. Saturday we have our Chicago Step Day party with Gino.
Chicago.
Chicago. I don't say Chicago.
Chicago stepping.
No, I can't stand it when
Who
people
says
say that.
Texas?
Lotus said.
No, Lotus did not. So the good thing is we can go back and listen to the tape.
Okay.
You prove that I didn't. So Chicago Step Lessons Day Party with Gino from 6 until 9:30. And then the band. What band we got this Saturday?
Huh?
What band we have this Saturday?
We got who we got Saturday?
This is this past weekend. That was the kickoff.
No. We had Natural Change this past weekend. Look at the date on there. We have
Something is wrong.
yeah, it's you. It's called Marvita. I mean, it's called
You
Lotus.
owe him $1.
I owe
Thank
a
you.
dollar.
Right.
Can I borrow a dollar? G, can I borrow a dollar?
We got the Intense Saturday.
This is
The
what
black
you
and white
forgot.
party. I didn't forget that.
The what party?
The
Yes,
black
you
and white
did.
party. You can actually wear that.
No. No, she can't.
Why would I wear this?
It's black and white.
No, it's got pink in it.
Oh.
Well, you can have some little pop of color. You don't have to wear black and white, but
Nah,
we
you
do
don't.
appreciate when
I wouldn't
people
wear this. This look
participate in things.
like a
Like you went to work. That's cute.
right, but not club.
Right. She got some cute club stuff. So Saturday night is our black and white party where you're all black, you're all white, a combination, or wear whatever you want to wear. Just don't be trying to pop in our pictures when we take it black and white.
With your purple and
Or with your
and orange on.
with your gray suit jacket on.
I know that's
See?
Right. Okay. What else we got going on this weekend? Intense the band will be in the house.
Then Sunday.
Sunday. I don't know if y'all ready for Sunday. We gonna put it down.
I don't think a lot of
Sunday.
people gonna show up in T-shirts and stuff.
Me either. We didn't push the T-shirt.
I
thing
know
hard enough.
I know a group that is though.
Then they automatically probably gonna win.
I
So
know.
Sunday, what we talking about? We're doing our first annual BH Lounge family reunion party. So the concept is Get your folks together. It doesn't matter. Your Soras, your Bros, the Masons, the Easter Stars, Alpha, your cousin them, mama them,
Soul Sisters,
Sisters,
The Jacksons, the Williams family.
Mahogany Queen.
all of that. Come in your T-shirts, and then whoever has the largest group, exactly, all of them.
And we know a lot of the groups can't wear, like the Masons won't be able to show up in their emblems because you ain't allowed to do that.
Okay, whatever.
But you can still wear all blue or something.
Yeah, just wear your colors. It doesn't matter. And whoever
I'm
has
sure some sororities can't do it either, but don't let that stop you.
right. And then whoever has the largest group to come out, then Brick House is going to throw your group a party on us, which is really
Alexander's, we wearing red.
cool. It's about 1 million of y'all.
But
we can't even house all of y'all.
Well, I don't know if I want all them. Boy, I won't make no money that night.
Too many of them.
Uncle Daryl.
When they came on my birthday, like my sister and my brothers, they were at the table racking up the bill, right? Bill was about $300 something.
Oh.
She handed me, she gave me an envelope and said, "Hey, this is toward our bill, toward our tab." I'm like, "Oh, okay." But she told me later, she said, "The envelope I gave you was towards the tab." I'm like, "Oh, where's the envelope at? Where I put it?"
You didn't take it serious at
And I
first.
popped that envelope open. She had like $17.
Oh, the $300 bill.
No.
I'm like, it was 10 of y'all at the table.
And that's all y'all could get.
That's all y'all could contribute on my birthday.
You had to pay. You had to pay for your
They balance
people on
with
your birthday.
$290. The balance was $296.
That's funny.
I'm like, man.
That's funny when they did their part.
You say you want your family to support you, huh?
Yes, you do.
I don't know.
Alexander's, we want y'all to come out.
We wearing red.
Alexander's is wearing red. The Masons is wearing blue. So what you gonna wear?
Who said the Masons wearing blue?
You just said blue. So I just rolled with that. He did, didn't
I
he?
said you can wear something like that.
He suggested that the Masons could wear blue.
Or whatever.
Or whatever color y'all pick.
All right.
So that is Sunday. But yeah, we kind of looking forward to that. It's the day before holiday. So teachers, y'all can come. Get your teacher groups together and y'all come on and hang out and win a party on us. So when we throw a party for you, it will be on us. We'll have some food platters and some
It's
drinks.
free to get in.
Free. Y'all gonna kick it.
Pop you a couple of champagne bottles.
And y'all have a good time. All right. So those are our weekly announcements.
Kathy gonna win it. Kathy group.
What's the, is
Kathy
it?
Tucker's her birthday party.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the old Coach's Corner group. She said they coming strong. So
She
Ty
said
said
two
his
for
little
us.
family, his family was going.
What did he change?
Why would you say little family?
Well,
What
I don't
did
mean
you
little
change?
family.
He just put the
I just
Blaquer
need
The
family.
Berry at the top instead of the whole
There's
logo.
more spaces in between the pictures.
Oh.
It's like little black lines.
Oh.
Like little black lines.
I thought I was doing something.
It look good though.
Bye. Can you close that door, Vincent? All right. Thank you. See ya. All right. So that is Sunday. So a special announcement I do want to tell you all about. We are planning.
You make it quick.
Okay. Yes, sir. We are planning our fundraiser for the hurricane victims, and this is one of the things we're talking about tonight. So we are doing a basement party day party on September 30th. So we want you guys to definitely participate in that. Come out. It's $10 cover charge, $5 if you bring a case or 2 or 3 or 4
On what
of
day?
water. September 30th.
We are.
What's wrong with
I
that?
thought I gave the wrong date after somebody.
Oh yeah, September 30th. But I kind of feel like we could do one
I thought it
earlier.
was October 3rd. Never mind. Okay, I'll go change it.
Yeah. Look at the flyer. Okay, so
All
that's what's going on, and you guys will hear more about that coming up soon. That's it. So, what y'all got? Anything else
I
to
got
throw
this.
out there?
You know, we can talk about this in detail more, but I want to talk about or let people know that my city, where I'm from, about 2 weeks ago, a guy was shot in front of the drug squad. Actually, like, shot him multiple times in broad daylight in the middle of the community. A school bus full of children were getting off the bus, and they shot him. Right?
Why?
Well, they had a search warrant to to like go into his property because he was a known drug dealer, I suppose. But the hoorah in Thomasville, Georgia, is that they shot him for no reason because he was unarmed. The first officer, when he fired the shot, the other officer started shooting, and so they killed him. He was actually a classmate.
What are the details? There's no details.
There's no.
I mean, what are the statement are they putting out?
Yeah.
He reached for something. He was going. I mean, you know, they got to put out something.
I read in the the paper online. I haven't read anything that said that he reached or that justified their reason.
Yeah, and you ain't got to be reaching it. Just
but
want to know what they were saying.
He was in the car, and I think his truck was like wedged between like a truck and a tree or something like that, and they were coming from around the corner of the house, and they just started shooting, and so they shot him multiple times. And a couple of days after that, there was a march. The Black Panther from Atlanta came to support. A Black Lives Matter group came to support. So there's a lot going on in Thomasville right now. So
I ain't doing no march. I'm scared because I'm not gonna march.
Oh, and on top of that, because it's just so
I'm
much.
not gonna act right at a march.
Well,
that's where I want. I'm not going.
So much was going on. Like people are actually like people in Thomasville, because people know that there's racist people in Thomasville. Period. And so people are making Facebook posts, saying, racial comments. And so anybody who posts anything that seems like some type of racial attack, they're locking them up. And a classmate.
Really?
Yeah. A classmate of mine actually got locked up.
That's interesting.
With no bond.
Why?
That's like violating freedom of speech.
Why you can't lock up the whole KKK?
Well,
right. Why you can't lock them up?
The thing is, a guy from a county that was close by posted a picture of some guns and said something similar to, it was a white guy. He said something similar to the effect of like, we need to go back to the days when we was hanging N-words or something to that effect.
Wow.
I'm not quoting him now. But a classmate of mine responded and said something to the effect of, you act like your children don't go to school with our children. And so they consider it a terroristic threat, and they locked them up. They locked both of them up, except for my classmate couldn't get a bond, so he's still in jail right now. So there's a lot going on, and Thomasville is a very small town. It's a very small town.
So that racial tension is off the chain.
Yes, and you can clearly see that there is a racial divide. Like it's evident. Like, growing up there as a child, I didn't recognize it, but me being here and then going back home, I can see the racial divide there. Like downtown, my grandmother lives one block. Like I can walk from her house one corner, like the next corner from downtown, and no one black shops downtown.
Wow.
No one. And the courthouse is downtown, because the courthouse is like one of the center, I guess like the epicenter. It's where they used to, the history behind the courthouse is that's where they used to auction off enslaved black people from the courthouse. So, but that whole downtown area, has restaurants, shops, different stuff like that.
And no black folks go there.
Nobody
That's
black
crazy.
shop downtown. And my grandmother lives a block from downtown, like right on the corner. Like I can walk there. So, but there's a lot of heat. There's a lot of tension going on in Thomasville right now. So, pray for my little town. I pray that everybody seek justice. The guy that was shot, his name is Pop. So, pray for his family. They've already had his funeral, of course.
That's so sad.
It's definitely been going on for about 2 weeks now.
Yeah, it's getting real around here. We're going to talk more about that, too, though, during the show, because it's just time to have them conversations.
Yeah.
All right, you ready? What you got, G? You got me some music?
I got you in a little bit.
You got her some what?
Music.
I'm called Professor X, the Overseer. In the early 1900s, a brother set out on voyage.
You don't know
His
who this
mission, black nationalism. His oath,
No,
freedom or death.
That's okay.
That's who that is.
It's X-Clan, though.
Stokely Carmichael,
Yeah, when
The
was
song
the
is-
Klan show?
Well, we're going to... You were supposed to find us a Klansman.
I'm sorry, I couldn't find a Klan.
He do have us one. The outfit, the security guy.
Oh, no, he can't come in here.
He blocked.
He can't come in here.
The oath,
Why?
freedom or death. By the way,
or death.
Look at you, got on that Adidas. Rocking that Adidas.
Notice rocking Adidas.
By the red, the black, and the green.
He gets happy.
Sissy.
He gets happy.
Yeah. Abracadabra.
Make her happy. That old
You should have
school
rapped the whole thing.
revolutionary rap.
It do
I
something
don't care
to
what
me.
she doing. She gonna
That stop everything. It just get geeked. I do. When the club is not open, I be all on the stage just
Really?
looking like a little tomboy.
Oh,
Looking
wow.
like MC Light.
King Latifah.
I still want to be Queen.
Queen
He
Latifah.
said,
You better stop.
he called me King Latifah.
No, I
That's
call
funny.
her King Latifah.
That's funny. Yeah, she is about King Latifah now. All right. So we still on quotes. Many interviewers, when they come to talk to me, think they're being progressive by not mentioning in their stories any longer that I'm black. I tell them, don't stop now. If I shoot somebody, you gonna mention it. I love that quote. Who is that?
You gotta say that one again.
It's good, ain't it? That's a good
Oh.
one. It's good. Okay. Many interviewers, when they come to talk to me, think they're being progressive by not mentioning in their stories any longer that I'm black. I tell them, don't stop now. If I shoot somebody, you gonna mention it. I love that quote.
Man.
Who you got?
It's gonna be a little challenging, but I like the
Yeah,
quote.
I think it's that new guy, but I don't.
Who the
I
new
don't
guy?
remember his name. Who did the speech on the was it the Grammys or something? He's an actor, I think. He's mixed, but
Oh, I
it's
love
wasn't
him.
Yeah,
You talk about Jason?
I don't know his name.
Yeah, you know who you talk about?
Uh-huh.
I think he was on.
Oh, he cold blooded.
He cold.
Like for real.
Like he could be the president. Cold.
I have no
Oh, they
idea
wouldn't
who that
elect him.
quote
He's
is
too
from.
blood.
Oh, we're not having another black president, but I'm just saying he mixed,
Well, he
but he
better.
go
Yeah.
hard.
Don't say
I'm
that.
guessing
Not in our lifetime.
Shamar Moore. Who you got?
I don't know.
Just guess. Just guess. Just roll the dice. Throw 'em.
I can't think of anybody.
Come on.
Colin Powell.
God. It's Colin Powell. Go, G.
Colin
I am so impressed.
Really?
Powell. It just hit me.
I'm impressed. Had you heard it before? You
No, I ain't never heard
I
that.
love that quote. We're gonna put
I would
that
have
quote
guessed
up.
it at first. I'm like, it just hit me. I'm like, that could be Colin
Colin
Powell.
That's
Wow,
a
I can see
live
that.
quote.
Yeah.
We're gonna post that in our page. All right, I'm only gonna do one because I know we're a little late. Your turn.
Okay, Black History.
Wait, you gotta get
no.
your music.
Gotta get your
Oh,
music.
I forgot. Don't put.
She always
play,
trying to peek at the
Don't
music.
play nothing crazy.
Well,
Mm.
I
probably
know
should have
it's-
made that request before
it's
you
D-
got here.
It's Daryl.
I have not heard your music yet. I selected it, but I didn't have time to hear it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, so you don't even know what we getting. Jesus gonna work it out. Jesus gonna work
I
it
didn't know what
out.
this was.
Look.
No, this is a mix. I did you a mix. So
That's
look,
Shirley
I-
Caesar. That's Shirley Caesar.
Is it?
Yes,
I know she got an old dress on.
that's Shirley Caesar.
That is her. It looks like it's an old song.
That's Shirley Caesar.
Everybody got to rock. Come on.
They got some
Hold up.
sequin. They got some sequin headbands on.
Rock, girl, rock.
You gotta get. What they got on G?
Some sequin headbands.
I love gospel music.
I know, it's beautiful.
I love
I like
gospel
that
music.
kind of gospel music, like that old school, like from
They
the
bumping
soul
in each
I
other,
love it.
screaming.
and hopping.
They ain't even in church. They on the program.
Somebody said they like your shirt. What did it say? I am
Who's saying it
selfish.
first of all?
It doesn't matter. Can
I
you
am
take,
selfish.
Take the compliment.
No.
Who you get it from? You should be able to guess who
Tara
said.
Lindsay.
Yeah.
I know it's one. I know she, a sponsor. I was gonna tell her to
I messed
jump
up.
in the gun.
He said slow your
My
roll.
sponsor
Yeah.
for my segment.
You was gonna talk about that's how you do
Come
it.
on, come on,
All
what you
right,
got,
so
Solar?
anywho, all right, let me tell you how I stumbled across this history fact. This is Black history fact. My son about 2 or 3 weeks ago said, "Mama, was the first cowboy black? And I said, I don't know. So I got on my phone. I said, okay, Google, who was the first cowboy? And the name that popped up was John Ware, W-A-R-E. John Ware is supposedly the first African-American cowboy ever. Like the first one.
The first African-American cowboy.
The first African-American cowboy.
No, first cowboy.
No, the first cowboy.
Okay, that's makes a big difference.
He just happens to be black.
Okay.
How that happen? And what makes you a cowboy?
I don't know.
Yeah, like where did them stats come from?
Well, the thing is, okay, so let me pull out the notes.
Like you gotta have cattle, you gotta have 2 horses. What makes you a cowboy?
No. So
the hat.
This is his story. Okay, so he was born in one of the slave states, like South Carolina or Virginia, one of those states, right? And one day he rose up against his master and said, he said he would hurt him, but he's going to be a bigger man and not do anything to him. So he left.
He didn't hurt him because he was going to get hanged.
Well, no, whatever.
I mean, he would have.
This is what he said, that he was going to be a better man than him because he watched him, like, whip his sister. And then he stood up for his sister, and then he got whipped with, like, a dead snake or something crazy like that. But anyway, so he took off on the open range and headed to Texas. And that's where he met some people. This is like around...
I got a question, too.
This is like around 1860 when he did this. So he met some people, and they taught him how to I guess work with horses and just different stuff like that, which makes me think, like, I don't know if he was the first.
He couldn't have been if somebody
cowboy.
told him how to.
But
like you said, okay, I'm sorry, go ahead. I got a question, but I'll wait.
But maybe then they didn't coin the term cowboy until he probably came in the picture.
Yeah, because he's a boy. Hey, boy, get off the cow.
Yeah, and I was going to take the time to look up,
I
like,
wonder.
where does that word come from, cowboy? So,
for grown men.
That's a boy who rustles cows.
Yeah, because that's what I was thinking too. Like maybe they termed him cowboy, you know. But anyway, so he is remembered for his ability to ride and train horses. Now this guy is like 6'2". He weighs over 200 pounds, like 250, 260, something like that. So he's a really big man. And they said that because, well, they said that he had to drive. He was eager. He was he was just that type of man. But his stature also helped with him taming like wild horses.
Really?
And rustling.
My daddy used to do that. People used to pay my daddy to do that.
Yeah, and he definitely got paid to do it,
to break wild horses. Yeah.
But in the end, I think he's known for like taking cattle from like Texas to Montana, and then from Montana he went to Canada. Yeah. And so he helped to start their ranching industry in Alberta, Canada in 1882. And so Canada is kind of like his home where he's from. So he's well respected in Canada and some parts of Northern America. And he's just known for his ability to train horses and cattle and
I wonder if what's the Cowboys here? Cowboys of Color teach that history.
I don't know.
I wonder they should. Because that's very interesting.
Yeah, that was interesting to me too because his name was the first name to pop up. So I don't know if that title cowboy was like if that was
where the root of it is.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have the information, but I'm definitely going to look into it because I'm curious myself. But all you got to do is say Google, who was the first cowboy, and John Ware will pop up. And he was known to be a very, very giving man. I wonder what Siri say. Siri ain't. Just say okay, Google. But he was just.
You roll with Google. You don't fool with Siri.
Yeah, I don't even know Siri like that.
But you know Google. You know
I
Google.
use Google all the time.
You ain't got an iPhone.
But that's my point. I don't need an iPhone.
I'm just saying you can't know Siri if you don't have an iPhone. That's all I'm saying.
Whatever.
He just said he get it.
My
Where's your music?
This is gonna lead into the segment too. My music.
Okay.
I ain't gonna. I'm gonna do like one or two quick ones.
And then you just gonna take us in.
Yeah.
Okay.
I dedicate this to Conor McGregor. Don't give me up. Hey.
Well,
I have a petty issue.
You said what?
I have a petty issue.
Conor better be glad that referee jumped in there because he was about to bust your face wide.
It was gonna be over for him.
And he needed to be beat to a pulp. The way he disrespected Floyd, black women, everybody. So,
He disrespected black women.
oh my God. He
What he
talking
say?
about, I'll take me a black woman and I'll give
He said that.
Yeah. Y'all didn't know that? Where y'all been?
We don't watch TV. We
Mama
missed
said
her.
knock you out.
We read our news.
Mama show did.
I would knock you out, Connor.
So, yeah. I think that fight ended too early. They should have let Floyd just really beat him up.
Floor him.
Yeah, you got to let him get knocked down twice. It was going to happen.
Did he even get knocked?
No, he didn't get knocked
Yeah, I
down.
didn't
He was
think so.
about to knock him
He
down,
was
but the
a little.
ref. Yeah, but you got to let him knock
Yeah.
him down. I mean, he wasn't in that much trouble where he had to stop it. So, and I knew he was going to say, "Well, I could have recovered." That's why you got.
Of course.
That's
Right.
why you got to let him beat him down like
Yeah,
that because
you're
he
right.
was very disrespectful. I know it might have been a show, but he just took it too far.
Who did? The ref by shutting it down.
But the
Oh,
pre-fight stuff,
Connor.
yeah, he's very disrespectful.
Yeah.
So he should have let Floyd go and just beat him up.
That's probably why they didn't.
Floyd didn't. Floyd could have beat him whenever Floyd decided to box. You know, he could beat him up, but he didn't decide to box the first 3-4 rounds.
Yeah.
How many rounds did it go?
I think it was 10. It was
Did it go 10?
Yeah, about 10 rounds.
It seemed like it was so fast to me.
It's only three minutes per round.
Yeah.
But yeah, he beat him up. He could have. He got tired. I'm like, how you get tired, dude? But
Well, that's because,
that ain't his sport, you know.
and plus Floyd was letting him get it in to wear him out. You know what I'm saying? Like, he looking like he feeling himself and all that. He was like,
It's all a show. He got paid
well, how much he get paid? 10 million?
10 million.
100 million?
Yeah, he probably got
And-
75 or 100.
And then
I
Mayweather
think
got
Floyd
300.
300 and something, maybe. I don't know what the final
Can you
numbers are.
imagine? I think it was 300 and 100.
Well, I don't know if they had all the final pay-per-view
Oh,
numbers
okay,
in
okay.
at that point.
Man.
But ask
Just the
Google
fight.
how much Floyd got. See
I
if he
would.
got
My
that in
phone
there.
over there. I'm gonna ask Google.
So
that.
yeah, if y'all saw that fight, I mean, I know it was white against black. It was some white folks in Vegas with the Irish flag.
You know it was.
in
like,
this climate.
oh yeah, they were out in
Crazy.
droves. They were like, man, y'all can go stick them flags back under the bed or wherever they were. Cause you can't, just like you can't take Floyd in UFC. Conor would kill him in 2 minutes, 3 minutes. He'd break his arm.
Conor?
Connor would kill.
Conor
Conor would break Mayweather's arms and legs in a UFC fight,
Oh,
without a doubt. Mayweather would
really?
never. Man, no, that boy would break his arms up. He
I
would
feel
break
like knocking on your brain to make sure that you're saying the right thing.
Yeah.
No, it's a different. It's not boxing.
It's
not
fighting.
Yeah,
Like, you can choke somebody.
Yeah.
And pin them. Floyd don't know
it's
that.
a different sport.
It's like
That's
that
a
boy
different
don't know how
sport.
to box. He don't really know how to box.
So that's more like
Floyd would never sign up for that because you could get hurt. Like he would grab him, put a
they
choke.
can wrestle. That's like street fighting.
Yeah,
And you telling me that Floyd don't know how to street fight?
not like that. They know tech.
That's what he
I don't
is,
think
a street
I don't think
fighter.
Floyd could beat anybody in UFC. And I think
What is UFC?
Ultimate Fighting,
Fighting Club.
mixed martial arts, all of this stuff.
Oh yeah, probably not that.
Yeah, he could.
But street fighting?
But Floyd is smart enough to never do that.
But that is street fighting though. It's just inside the ring.
It's a little different.
Is
it's
it?
a lot different.
It's different than street fighting.
No, I mean, they do have rules.
Oh,
Like, you know what I'm saying? There are rules, but there ain't many rules.
yeah. That
Yeah.
sounds barbaric.
Floyd would never.
It does.
It is barbaric.
I mean, all of it is really barbaric, but that sounds like to the extreme.
I like boxing though.
I like boxing too.
I do. I don't know.
Boxing just ain't good for you. I mean, if you want to be talking straight without stuttering and all of that at age 50, boxing.
All
The
you gotta
human
do-
body wasn't designed to take
Just be
constant
beat up
punches
on.
on the head.
But
you
if
know?
you can get like one good boxing match where you get paid some grip, you good.
But you got to get to that point. Like McGregor got it just because he's running his mouth. But anyway,
So let's kind
that
of stay right there a little bit since we're there, talking about the fight, because I had conversations. Did people say that they thought it was? Did you hear people say that they thought it was staged?
yeah.
Did you?
No, I heard people say that
People gonna
they
say
thought
everything.
it was a distraction. See, I didn't
From
see
what?
the fight.
Distraction from what? North
Just-
Korea? What?
Just from what's going on. Like,
But I don't understand that because
No.
it was
Okay.
scheduled.
that particular night, didn't Trump pardon?
No, that was Friday.
They didn't.
Oh, that was
Friday.
the hurricane. That was the hurricane night.
Yeah,
okay.
we ain't got to that yet.
Okay, my bad. I thought it was that night.
But still, though, it can't be a distraction if it's already scheduled. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I was thinking about that too, but
Distraction from what?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It was just a
But
fight.
that's what you heard people say.
Yeah.
I wonder what they mean.
I'm
I mean,
assuming that it's just
Both sides were out to make money. Floyd really had nothing to gain. I mean, another $300 million. That's something, but you know, he may be close to the third black billionaire now. But
I'm assuming it's from like everything that's really going on in the world right now, and it's like kind of like
don't say nothing you don't. Just think before you speak right now, because
so
I feel something.
uncensored.
I feel something crazy coming on.
I don't care about that.
I'm just not even going to
But-
try to
If
intervene.
you about to tie that fight into the world,
No,
about to
I'm
miss.
saying that there are always distractions though. Like football, like watching football is a distraction. Like it takes your mind off of what's really going on. Like we need to be fighting for. We don't need to be watching football. Period. We don't need to be, watching fights. Like that's not.
So you don't think there should
something-
be any type of athletic nothing going on right now?
No,
what are we supposed to watch?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that we
Soccer,
need.
tennis. What are we supposed to do?
We don't have to watch any sport. I'm just saying that we need to redirect our focus on other
So
issues.
on one day a week, which is Sunday. Now this is before the topic. I'm just saying in general. So on one day a week, we shouldn't watch our favorite teams or play football.
I just think that if football is if the people who are playing football are making the owners the most money, and we need our voices heard, then we need to target things that are making the most money, target people's pockets. And so the best way to do that is to stop supporting those things.
Gotcha. I got you. I understand where you're going with it, but I was talking
Well,
before the protest that we gonna talk about.
but
Why wouldn't you want to watch football if these brothers are making money? Even though we know the owners are making way more, that ain't the question. But it's making a lot of black
Well, I mean,
millionaires.
because people are making money off of boxing too.
Mhm.
So,
there's a whole lot of money to be
Yeah.
made off of all sports.
yes, exactly.
So this is my thing, though. Okay, before we move on to the social issues that you're talking about, with the fight. So did you hear people say that it was staged?
Yeah.
But you don't think it was?
Staged. I mean, I think it was mostly done for money.
So don't you don't think it was predetermined?
I don't think.
Why would
It
it
was
be,
predetermined
why
because
would it
Conor
be staged?
McGregor ain't a boxer and he couldn't win
Why would it be staged though?
for money.
Just for money.
Just for money.
So how does
It's like a reality show. It's not
But-
really a reality show.
But I think Floyd was gonna knock him out. I don't know
Yeah.
if you call that staged. He was about to knock him out.
But
No, that's
how-
Like he
but
was
how-
knocking snot out of his nose. You
Yeah.
can stage that, then
But
you
how
do
does an what did you call it? An MFA?
it. MMA.
MMA fighter. That's what Conor is, right?
Yeah.
How does a person like that enter the world of boxing if it's
Talking
two totally
noise
different
to
sports?
Floyd to just, he's very popular in UFC fighting. So he just started talking noise. I can beat Floyd, blah blah blah, and it
So,
starts just like that.
Basically, he's just kind of upping his notoriety.
Yeah,
that what it
was.
is?
Yeah,
I mean, he gained $100 million out of it.
yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
talking
just
noise
getting in
and
the
stuff.
rink. Just getting in the
Yeah,
ring.
I can beat you.
Because so he's kind of riding the coattails of Mayweather's popularity
Oh, without
or
a doubt.
success or whatever
Yes.
you want to call it.
Yes.
So that's probably why people think it's staged. You think?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I can see that.
I can too.
So I was having a conversation with somebody last night, and he was like, no, it wasn't staged because with everything that's going on in the world, if it were staged, then the white boy would have won.
I don't think it was staged as in, I don't think it was staged like wrestling. Like wrestling is like
Theatrics.
Theatrics. They rehearse those. I just think it was
That's
a
crazy.
plan for both sides to make a lot of money. Like,
yeah, but a lot of white people probably got a lot of money on Mayweather. So why would he lose?
Well, it's both
I don't think he
people.
was gonna lose, but if they said if McGregor had won, Vegas would have had to almost shut down. It was so much, you know what I'm saying? Because the odds of him winning
was so
high,
slim.
I mean,
to none.
Yeah. So, like for example, they said if you bet, I think, let's say you bet 100,000 on Floyd, you couldn't, like if you bet $1 million on him, you couldn't win $1 million because the odds of him winning was so great. You could only win like 200,000 or 300,000.
Really?
Yeah, you couldn't win $1 million.
The thing is, if it was staged, it wouldn't be believable if the other guy would have won. I can't imagine that.
It was for money. I don't think it was staged because nobody gave McGregor. Some people were saying he can catch him with a lucky punch or something, but Floyd had been fighting where he was getting beat up for rounds, and McGregor wasn't going to ever beat him up. You know, he could get a lucky punch, but nobody thought really McGregor was going to win. But, you know, they were just hoping it was a good fight.
Well, why would people even pay for it if they didn't think that he was going to win?
Because there are a lot of people who were hoping that McGregor would win. That's just the way it is.
Okay, that's like
anyway.
Double.
What's next?
I was really trying to go somewhere different, but we're gonna move
you
on.
were? Okay.
No, we're just gonna move on. Okay, so that's the Mayweather fight.
NFL.
You want to talk about NFL? Okay, so
real quick, NFL protest.
Lord Jesus, that I can't. Y'all gonna have to lead that one because I'm too X for that.
What you think? X?
Shut it down.
Who? Who needs to shut it down?
I think the players should shut it down.
I agree.
Because if the players don't play, ain't nobody making money. They have to implement change.
Exactly. I second that.
I said the same thing. I said if the players, well, I'm already shutting it down because 49ers had him and they let him go. So
really,
I done already cut them.
Really,
but if the NFL players were to protest, I'm down.
Shut it down.
But I can't see myself protesting and not watching, and then they ain't doing nothing.
Right.
Like we trying to do it for y'all.
You ain't even. But they're not willing to make that sacrifice. That's too much money. They're not willing to. People are not willing to make the sacrifice to implement change.
Okay, but let's think about what the penalties would be because they signed a contract.
Right.
A contract is binding.
Yes.
They was probably given so much money up front to play so many games. I don't know how.
All of that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So what are the penalties for breaking the contract, and how would that affect them and their families?
Well,
so that's.
To be honest with you, that's the whole point. Are you willing to make the sacrifice? Really, that comes down to how bad do we want change? How bad are we willing to give up something in order to get something? Because we can change all of this. Black folks alone could change all of it.
I agree.
But our problem is that we're too spoiled. We're too comfortable in our lifestyles, and we are not willing to make the sacrifice that is needed in order. We could have been over all of this stuff a long time ago.
I agree, because we are the #1 consumers, period. We buy the most clothes,
ridiculous.
the most shoes, probably the most food.
It is ridiculous how much money we spend in places that
don't even matter.
I was in a seafood, I ain't gonna name this place, but I took my little niece to a seafood restaurant, and it stink. It was dirty, and when I walked in,
full of black folks,
she ordered, and they were like pointing to me. I'm like, I'm good. I'm like, I'm not eating in this.
But you let your niece eat that?
Well, that's what she wanted. She wanted what she wanted. So
how old is she?
And I told her, you know,
she grown.
She's
okay.
18.
Okay.
And it was 99% black folks running up in there buying. I'm like,
standing in long lines.
If that had been a black place, they would have been blasting the business. It's dirty in here. It ain't. But they were just coming in. I was just sitting there like, this is amazing. The people were coming out, wasn't even cleaning the tables off. They would take the stuff off and just go back, and it's crumbs, food. And I'm like, y'all eating in this place?
That's crazy.
I told my niece, I said, niece, I'm not eating. You know, I let her know, but it's just amazing how many of us were just breaking down the door to spend money with them. And I'm like, they don't even care nothing about it.
And see, this is why we are still stuck. We are not willing to go without anything. We won't boycott shows that are degrading to us. We won't boycott places that mistreat us
or will not hire us.
won't
And
hire
I want
us.
to, and Lotus know I want to blast one. I want to start a boycott in Dallas. That
I'm down.
that
But
I
then
ain't-
it's gonna be
I'm
me and
gonna-
you because there's too many
Man,
that
I'm telling
love
you, I'm
that
gonna-
spot.
Well,
One day I'm gonna throw it out there. I'm gonna say, hey, we need to practice we need to start somewhere. Let's start with this place right here who don't hire any
Nobody,
black
and
folks.
we gonna give them all that
And we
money.
are up in there 80
Here's my
80%.
thing. We don't even necessarily have to old school boycott. We just need to stop spending our money with people that don't care about us. Period. That don't. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know money don't really have a color, have a face, or whatever. But you're going there for a service. You know what I'm saying? You're putting these people, children, through college. You're expanding their business,
And not our
their
own. That's the difference.
right.
I mean, we'll get back on the protest, but that's sort of where we going.
It's
like,
all the same.
all of those NFL players should like get together and say, "Hey, man,
I'm sitting out this.
we're gonna make this sacrifice."
It wouldn't even be a whole season.
like no, it wouldn't. It would be
It
one
would be
game.
a game.
Maybe a
How much
game.
money- Yeah, that's right. Like,
That's
you know,
why it doesn't matter, like what the penalties are and all that stuff. It doesn't matter. Give it up for one time in order to implement change for
like,
your people.
Look, suit up, and then everybody go out on the field.
Everybody just-
and just sit down
Or just kneel.
For
Everybody
the-
kneel. I was discussing it with somebody.
for the
Just kneel.
whole game. Why America is watching. Now that's a statement.
Because it just
You know what I'm
it
saying?
just
It is.
it goes to how racist the country is. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. This man is kneeling, not saying a word. He said,
Hurt
"I'm
nobody.
just kneeling in protest." And
Didn't even open his mouth.
That's what America's supposed to be about. He ain't degraded nobody. He's just saying, "I'm kneeling for what's happening to my people. I'm just
He
raising
could've-
awareness."
Right, he could have been saying
The
a prayer.
perfect protest, and you got people saying that
irate.
they're not gonna watch the NFL no more because he's disrespecting he ain't disrespecting nothing.
No.
This is
He's
America.
standing for
That's
something
what
that he
America
believes
stands
in,
for.
But
or he's
other-
kneeling for something that he believes in.
Now other
It's
players.
so America's so hypocritical.
It's
just
very
unreal.
hypocritical. But black folks are too, because we're not willing. We got to call a spade a spade. We are not willing to get behind this man and say, hey, until the change is implemented that he's standing for or he's kneeling for, we're not doing it. We're not doing it because one game can change all of that.
I agree.
Not one game, one day. Just one Sunday night
One-
football.
Yeah.
And here's the sad part about it: if a couple of the white players in the league would just get behind him, it would
Change the game.
it would be equal to 300 black dudes. For
You're
example,
right.
what
You're
if
right.
Tom Brady said, "Man, this is not right. What y'all
What's
are doing to
happening?"
Cap.
Yeah.
I'm not playing, or
Right.
I'm going to start kneeling."
Aaron Rodgers or some of them
a couple
high
of them did
profile.
that, the whole mentality would change.
I believe it will.
But
So you gotta
I don't
picture
want
some
to
people-
protest. I know people are protesting for Cap, but if the players aren't willing to stand up for themselves, I'm like,
You're not gonna miss a good
I will
game.
help you. Help yourself. You know what I'm saying? Y'all stand up. Y'all show that y'all gonna stand up
I
and not
agree.
gonna take it.
But
I'm
I feel
down.
what you're saying though, because you don't want to be the only.
And
one
I got a
protesting.
business, so it would
Right.
really kill me
Yeah,
if I
that's a
say I ain't
that's
showing
a
no
different
football. So
Yeah.
it's really different
dynamic.
for me. But if they did it, I would do it.
Yeah, like if you knew that you had, people actually supporting that movement, yeah, jump on board all day long.
But it has to start somewhere. So somebody actually has to be willing to stand for what they believe in. And that's the problem. We so full of talk, which we can kind of really feed into the topic that we really going to stay on. We so about talk and not about action. You know what I'm saying? Like we so want to complain about this and complain about that, and this person won't do this and this person won't do that, and this is wrong and that is wrong. But in the same breath, we preparing to support these same things we complaining about. That's so backwards to me.
It is.
That's just ass backwards to me. Like, it looks ignorant to me. Like, why are you running your mouth about something that you gonna get behind anyway?
Exactly.
You gonna want you want to be the first one to talk about they ain't doing this and the NFL this and the NFL, but you gonna be the first one up there talking about the scores and this team and
And this player.
it's so
and this
backwards to me.
coach.
Like,
Yeah.
are we about it or not? Like, But anyway.
I'm doing my own protest. I don't have a team no more. So y'all can't mess with me about the 49ers. I cut them.
Well,
I don't have a team, so I'm ripping everybody this year.
I'm still a Packer.
I ain't got a team.
You letting go them Packers?
Nope. But I don't have to watch football. I can shut it down. I could go without a whole lot of stuff for the cause.
I'm gonna tell you, y'all better pull out them old games. Watch them old games or something if you want to get, you know what I'm saying, excited.
I just say, hey, don't buy no NFL gear. I mean, I don't know what to do.
But you know what? On those days,
but if the players ain't willing to do it, I ain't.
Grocery
going
stores
all
make
the way.
money. Restaurants make money.
Everything does.
Money. Yeah, like it's a triple down effect.
It will definitely, one Sunday, will impact all of America. One Sunday.
I believe that.
And we are not willing
that's
to
happened
do.
when they had strikes.
Exactly.
Like when the NFL players have had strikes, and they brought in.
But what are they willing to strike for?
Yeah, they were striking for money, but they ain't gonna strike for principle.
For justice.
And see, and that's the thing. Like America is pretty much ass backwards when it comes to like the things that they believe in. So money is at the top of the list.
Yeah.
You're willing to, strike or whatever, do whatever it takes for money. But when it comes to justice, principle, character, fairness or equality.
Right.
Yep.
Like
they're not willing.
Yeah, those things ought to mean something to you.
It's just it's a bunch of talk.
But we're losing touch. It's like we're out of touch with each other. And I think we had talked about this on one of our shows before. Like we're becoming so distant. We're becoming more media focused.
Yep.
And just what I'm saying, like with the
technology and we don't call, we text and
right. So we're not able to feel compassion for our brothers and sisters or just for people. Period. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. Mm-hmm. It just feels.
So let's stay there talking about compassion for our people and all of that, and the meat of the conversation tonight is just what is going on in southern Texas. Like this storm, Hurricane Harvey, is said to be the worst by the time it's all said and done, the worst natural disaster that America has ever seen. And the world was shook by what we saw with Katrina.
Right.
But it's going to be a different impact this time because Katrina, it really was, it came across as if it was the storm, but the real flood came when they broke the levees and they flooded the city in order to save, the heart of downtown. Mm-hmm. So, but this is different because when they broke the levees and they flooded the hood. They flooded.
A lot of people still don't believe that.
Ward or something
but
like
that is the truth. That is the truth.
A lot of people saying the levees broke, and then you had people saying no, they blew the levees up.
They blew the levees up.
So
to save, because New Orleans is so full of history and culture and money and all that kind of stuff. It's like two different New Orleans. You don't like New Orleans, do you?
Whoa, why you say that?
I don't know. I just thought you said you really don't like New Orleans like that.
No, I've been
maybe you were saying it during Mardi Gras time.
No, I know. I know what I said. I said I wouldn't do no Mardi Gras.
Yeah, okay.
I don't like to be all people peeing all on the street and bumping.
Yeah, it was too much.
I ain't got to do all that, But New Orleans is cool.
But that's the difference. Like when that impacted black folks. This is gonna be something different because Houston, 3/4 of Houston is flooded. And Houston is the sixth.
And we're just talking about Houston.
Right.
There's a lot of stuff
all the
around.
surrounding cities. And Houston is the 6th largest city in the country. So you can imagine, that ain't just black folks. So it'll be a different response now because it's not just the expendable.
Right.
But what my concern is, and this frustrated me. I don't know if anybody saw the post. I know a few people commented on it. And I actually want to maybe look through some of the comments. But anyway, I am so... my heart was broke when I'm just looking at the news. And, like, I have a spirit about me that really, really, really genuinely, like, cares about the condition of people. Like, why can't y'all wake up? So this is my thing. when we seeing these pictures and these people, they losing everything. And the first thing all up and down the timeline, this person ain't doing that, and where's this person? And I'm like, what is wrong with y'all? Like, people's lives are being altered forever, and y'all gonna find a way to back. Come on,
you gonna find something.
Come on, like, what's really important, and how? Who are you edifying like that? Who are you helping like that? Like, a lot of people was going in on Joel Osteen, and I get it. I do personally feel like the churches are accountable to the people. We talked about that the last show we had, A Man's Point of View, talking about churches, and it, you know, people have different viewpoints on the subject. I get that, but my personal opinion is, yes, the church is supposed to be there to help the people. But this is my question. I want to hear what y'all think. So people going in on some of the mega churches, and okay, that's cool. The ones that's there in Houston. Okay. The fact that they live in Houston means that they were impacted too. Mm-hmm. So while y'all so busy, day one, attack, are you the least bit concerned about their devastation too? You know what I'm saying? Like, they're people at the end of the day, and I'm not pro megachurch, pro Joel Osteen. It's really not even about that. I don't care what the name of the building is. The simple fact that it's in Houston means that their lives were impacted too.
My thing is, why you gotta be so negative, for one, and for two, why are you posting to Facebook like, you know what I'm saying? Like you talking to a family member or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like I call you, be like, girl, da da da, boy, da da da, or whatever. But like, people actually be posting stuff like we really care.
I think people use whatever is the biggest news stream to attack. But and I think that that's counterproductive.
It is, because they're voicing their own personal opinion, and it's oftentimes negative.
Mm-hmm. It's a waste of energy to, like, for example, and this is the way I thought about it. Okay, Joel Osteen has a church, but we're not looking for a church. You know what I'm saying? We're not looking for a church. Like, it ain't like somebody needs a church. Why you need to open your church?
You just need a building.
We need a building. So why wasn't the owner of the Rockets or the whoever owns, you know, whatever buildings,
blast all of them, or don't blast none of them?
Why aren't they being blasted? Because I mean, so you think just because he has a church, and this is my take on mega churches and people who don't like mega churches. Whoever the congregation is in the mega church decided that it was something in that church they liked at some point, to where they wanted to give their money. If he's making if a pastor is making somebody feel good, ain't no pastor making you give your money. If you giving your money freely and your church is growing and it has grown, I don't think you shouldn't penalize the pastor because he's doing something that people like, or he wouldn't have a mega church. So I don't understand mega church blasting.
Well, I do, but that's you know.
But I'm saying, Lotus, if you had a church, it's just like saying if you had High Vibe, you got 100 people trying. You doing something so good that you had 100 people trying to get shows in High Vibe, and you like, D, I got 100 people, man. I got to get a bigger building. I got to get a bigger studio.
So clearly, satisfying the needs of my customers, of supply and demand.
Yes, they're willing to pay you for whatever reason. So why would I be mad at you because your business has blossomed and you got to expand? Why would I?
I don't think that's the issue. I think it's the lack of helping the people in the community in which you are.
But here's the problem.
You reside.
Here's the problem. Everybody's bashing all of these churches. Didn't even know what the churches were doing.
And that's what my issue is.
And every time somebody said, well, what's this church doing? And all of those churches were doing something. But, I mean, was it supposed to be on the news?
Exactly.
So everybody was bashing churches for what they weren't doing, and all of the churches were doing
something. You don't know.
Well, my thing is that it's okay to say, you know what I'm saying, freedom of speech. You can say whatever you want to say. But do you have to be negative about it? Can you offer a suggestion? Like you said, well, maybe, I don't know. I
don't even care what the church is doing. Yeah. What am I going to do?
Right.
Exactly.
I don't care who opens
if
who opens their church
But
up.
if you want to offer your opinion, maybe you can flip it into the positive. You know what I'm saying? And say, hey, you know what I'm saying? Maybe such and such church can be doing something. Or if anybody know if they are, where can I send my money or whatever to what church or what, you know what I'm saying? But maybe, because I think that really it's the negative energy.
I can't stand it.
Yeah, that's just like...
Right.
I can't stand it. It smothers me. Because I feel like if everybody lived their life like this, be the change that you are looking for. Be the friend that you are looking for. Be the mate that you are looking for.
Right.
Be the sibling that you are looking for.
Exactly.
If we lived our lives like that, like the Bible says, dang, it's been a little too long. But I'm looking for the scripture that's saying.
I don't know no scripture.
No, listen, you gonna know.
No,
maybe not quote it exactly, but you gonna know what I'm talking about.
I know one. I'm telling you.
I'm talking about, okay, so I'm talking about the one that says, love your neighbor as yourself.
Yeah, I don't know what that
No
is.
weapons.
I don't care where it
is.
is, but I'm just saying,
Yes,
like,
I get it.
that if we actually lived like that, we would not be in the condition that we are in.
I agree.
So the people who are just bashing, be the change you're looking
But
for.
you know what? People do that all the time because there's this site called Urban Intellectuals.
I love that site.
Yeah, you know, so they're selling like Black History cards, and somebody said, well, that's not gonna change. You know what I'm saying?
How
so
can you attack that?
Yeah, so that's not gonna change, but it's a good start. Like, why couldn't you have just said it's a great start? You know what I'm saying?
Period.
Why you had to just...
It's always
somewhere along the line, our people have, and I don't know if all other people are like this, but I just live around us.
So that's what you're familiar with.
A lot of our people are. It's no matter what you do, that's positive.
It ain't gonna be good enough.
If Kevin Hart gave $1 million, you're gonna have 100,000 people saying, "Oh, he only gave $1 million.
Right.
He got 20 million for his last movie. They say he worth 100.
Right.
Why he only give $1 million?
Right.
Why he couldn't give $2 million?
Right.
So no matter what we do,
if he gave 10, it's still gonna be a conversation.
That's that crab in the bucket mentality.
I can't stand
like
it.
That lynch.
No
I
matter
can't
what
stand
you
it.
do, somebody's gonna figure out a way to say you ain't doing enough.
So really, in essence, they are a bunch of haters.
Pretty much.
This is
Pretty
what
much.
it is.
Pretty much.
Because
It's hate.
it seems like when this incident happened, people are actually telling you, well, I think you should react this way to this crisis, and you should do this, and you should do it now, and you should open this door, and you should have your people do it. How you gonna do that? How you gonna tell somebody how they need to respond to a crisis? And if people, to me, I'm like this: if people don't want to do anything, cool. Some people can't help because they need help themselves. I'm cool with what anybody want to do. Like, I'm not gonna be the one. I was talking to Lotus about this. I'm not gonna be the one who gathers supplies and get in my car and go to Houston. I'm not gonna do that. I will gather the supplies. I will donate if they come.
But you ain't taking no trip to Houston.
Because people from Houston are gonna start coming to Dallas.
Yeah.
So
which means we're gonna need stuff here in Dallas.
This is a marathon. This ain't a sprint.
Yeah.
So I might be the one who, when they come to Dallas, hey, I can come down and volunteer, and I can get this program going. So everybody's like, okay, this happened. You need to be doing that with your money. You need to do that with your building.
How you gonna tell me what I need to do with mine?
It's reckless. It's so much reckless talk going on, and people like are just.
But it's almost like people look for opportunities to release the negative energy instead of saying. But I will say this though, just as much as that made my heart heavy, it made my soul leap when I'm seeing all the people this place is donating, and you can go here, and you can go here, you can do this, and you see. But it's just what side of the coin you want to be on. Do you want to be on one that's just nonstop like a freaking gnat, or do you want to be on the side that's like, okay, so this is an option, let's organize, let's do this, like, even if you're not an organizer, that's okay, because we need team players, we need volunteers, you need support, all of it. If
I had a building like Joel Osteen, I would be thinking, okay, how would I be able to help? But I'm just not gonna say, hey, our doors are open, y'all come on. I'll say, okay, what y'all somebody tell me what I need to do. What do I need to have in place?
Yeah.
Do I just want them to come in and just be sitting in the chairs? You know, because it ain't like
it needs to be a plan.
It ain't like it's a wide open, you know, building like the convention center's doing. They setting up they're planning. You know, so for somebody to just say, open your doors.
And do what?
And then what?
Right.
People just gonna go and you ain't got.
You gotta have a strategy. Yeah. And how did they even have time to come up with a strategy when all of those people who are there are in Houston and they are being impacted at the same time?
Man,
you see what I'm saying? It's just like
all I'm saying is people need to just
fall back,
check themselves before, because this is some real. It ain't time for nobody to be bickering about.
You try to get your 5 minutes of fame off of somebody's tragedy. That's really what it is. That's really what it is.
And it is really no time for that.
That's why I said before, like, I don't really like people like that.
I know what I want to talk about when it comes to. Let's talk about Agent Orange.
Okay.
Decided to.
Wait a minute. How come I know who you're talking about?
Because you know who
he
orange.
I never heard that name before.
Somebody's president.
Who president? Not nobody in this room.
Now check this out. Now. When this news came out that he pardoned Joe Arpaio, I don't know if I'm saying his last name right, but he was the biggest racial profiler, at least of Hispanics, in almost the history of the world.
Right,
like he would like just
go round them up and get them.
His officers and his system was
to shut them down,
pull them over, stop them.
Yeah, run their plates, pull them.
Like back in, it was
all
like
Hispanic.
Almost like slavery day. Where your papers, boy? Where your freedom papers? And Trump decided to, Trump said he was going to pardon him.
Oh, he did.
He pardoned him on the Friday that the hurricane went category.
That was so strategic.
So I thought it was like, okay, it's dumb. He just dumb, and that's why he did. But this fool actually came out and said. Yeah, I thought it would get good ratings, you know.
Oh my God, what an
idiot! When it's a Category 4 hurricane hitting Texas, and you talking about, I think this is a good time to pardon this man because
not to mention the racial tension that his whole. Okay, so we already know that it's always been there. We get that, but you brought that to light. You brought them out of the woodworks. You brought them out of the sticks.
He's making it where it's okay to
be racist.
To be racist.
And how many Latinos he offended with that action?
He offended
so many.
He offended me too because I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
If you do it to them, you do it to us.
Exactly.
He just wouldn't have had a legitimate, his legitimate reason for doing it in Arizona was, he's protecting the borders. No, that ain't how you protect the borders by protecting the borders. You can't wait till people are in a city and then just say, well, he looks like he's illegal.
Check this out. I read a quote on Twitter. A tweet on Twitter.
Tweet on Twitter.
Yes, a tweet on Twitter. And where Donald Trump supposedly tweeted, I don't know if it's true or not, but he was like, hey, I'm paraphrasing. He was like, hey, I hope people in Houston are safe, but I'm about to go take a much-needed vacation.
I don't think he said that.
No.
Even though he
might, though. He dumb enough.
But it was at the real Donald Trump. I don't know if that's his Twitter name or not. It just happened to show up somewhere. Then his wife had tweeted, I'm paraphrasing again. We're praying for the people, that's been affected by Hurricane Harvey. I hope you're safe. Whatever, the American people support you. Something like that she typed. But I was just thinking, did he really tweet that? I mean, it sounds like him, but it could be false.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was so crazy. And then after I read that, then I saw the news where he pardoned that guy. And I was like...
And I thought it was just a dumb time to do it. And then he actually said, he picked that time
on purpose.
Which is...
Why?
It's the most insensitive thing in the world.
Everyone in America is focused on Hurricane Harvey.
Oh, he's done a lot since, since the hurricane.
Which has only been a few days.
And he's done some things, because North Korea shot off some missiles. And he was like, hey, if you even threaten us, you ain't going to do nothing.
You ain't going to do nothing.
You ain't going to do nothing. That dude been doing that forever.
No, I believe he is. I just believe
you think he's going to push the button?
I believe that he's going to do something so extreme.
He's going to get impeached. They already... They're digging up
Here's
more
the
and more
thing.
information on him and his Russian connection. He was talking about building a Trump hotel over in Russia and all. I'm telling you, it's
Here's
a matter
the
of
thing.
time.
You know, a lot of people are quitting different positions because based on Donald
They can't
Trump,
deal
right?
with him.
But my thing is, it's like if all the good people quit, you're just making room for
Nah,
The corrupt.
yes.
he already had the corrupt in there. That's why.
But good people are just like, you know what? I can't do this. I'm quitting. I'm resigning.
But I'm saying he chose his cabinet. They have to be voted on. These other people who are already there, like, we don't want to be around you. Like all of the CEOs on the little
That's
committee.
what I'm saying. So somebody got to take their position. Who you think gonna fill those
But
positions?
who can take? Like, if your company is Johnson and Johnson, who can take your place? Nobody can take your place. He can just try to get another.
That's
company.
who he losing. He's losing he's losing the support of CEOs, the corporate world. That's what he's losing. The support of the corporate world. But the people who are already in place, well, to be honest with you, this is just a major shakedown. It just really is. And I don't know that I don't think that America is ever going to look the same. It wasn't that pretty to me to begin with. However, I do think we're going to have some really permanent damage behind this that's not going to be cleaned up. And if it is, it's not going to be in our lifetime. I just don't think so. I think life as we know it is going to completely change as a result of this presidency.
Here's the thing.
He changed it before you.
America's history
It's very corrupt.
Has always been unstable. I mean, the 1960s wasn't that long ago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, my mother was born around that time, so that wasn't that long ago. Like,
Yeah,
it's not
me
like,
and G was too.
Right. So it's not
Late
like,
60s.
it's not like I can track it. You know what I'm saying? Like three
Right.
generations back. No, my mother was born around that time during civil rights. So just
But think
the
about
past-
this, though, Solar. Your kids are going to be talking about right now.
I know. I thought about that.
Yeah.
But it's
Like right now,
it's
2017.
Like from the 80s up until 2000s, America, like this big elephant in the room has been asleep and now it's awakened again.
Yeah.
And so that's what we're dealing with still. Jim Crow wasn't that long ago.
This is all everything that we're seeing right now is what the reality is.
Yes.
So for me personally, don't throw nothing at me, okay? Don't throw anything at me. For me personally,
Let me see. Wait a minute.
I don't necessarily think it's a totally bad thing because I don't think that you can fix any problems that you don't admit are there. And I think that they will permanently be there. This had to happen. Now, maybe it could have happened a different way. I have no idea. But it had to happen in order for it to be dealt with. Now, this
Right.
is what I think. I don't think that we're going to see it in our lifetime. However, I do think that the generations coming behind us will be intertwined enough and they will remember this destruction enough to where I think that they can implement change for the ones coming behind them. But I don't see it happening for us. I just don't. And I'm a cheerleader. I'm always trying to be positive. But the truth of the matter is I think we dealing with some stuff that is life altering.
I think I'm gonna see it. I may be old as Methuselah by that time, but I think I'm gonna see it.
Keep hope alive.
I got a question about hurricane. So, the mayor of Houston was taking some heat.
Because he told them don't evacuate.
Yeah, he didn't make it a mandatory.
Yeah.
I thought they
so
did.
So what do you think? No, he didn't.
Well, from what I saw, they was urging people to evacuate because the hurricane was at
But
a
it's-
level
it
4.
There was not. They didn't put out
before,
no
it wasn't a
mandatory
mandatory.
evacuation.
Well, then I think he should be held responsible.
But here was the other side of it. If you make a mandatory evacuation for a city with the population of Houston,
2.4 million or something like
and
that.
the whole area,
And then the
is-
surrounding city is not even accounted in that
way
number.
more. It's,
Right.
I think it's maybe more than that.
It has to be.
You got the population. Can you look up the population of Houston?
You
Oh, you
know,
ain't got your phone.
You don't even let me use
But
your
just
phone.
think, they said it would have been like a, you know what I'm saying? Like you having a millions and millions of people
Where they
trying
gonna
to
go?
evacuate.
Like an exodus or
And
something.
yes, and So, you know, they say that's why they're
Family?
kind of skeptical about doing stuff like that. But he's taking a lot of heat for not doing it. Because some people are saying you should have done it. Because
I
they
think he
told
should
you
have.
this was going to be.
I think he should have, and I also think that the president has the power to declare a state of emergency. Period.
He can't till after,
That-
though.
Well,
He can't till after. How you going to. I mean.
Look at it.
You mean
That's
disaster?
what you asked for.
I saw it.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Whenever there's like a
He
real,
moved so quick.
yeah, he did. read that
2.3
quick.
million last year. That's Houston. That's just Houston, right?
You get on my nerve with that speed reader stuff because I'll be like,
All I saw
He
was
just
2.3.
started
Okay,
the
okay, I
important
get it, I get it, I
information.
get it.
We have to go like the
it just
population.
take me like, I'll
You
be
just
like,
can't see it, Lola.
you can read, you just can't see.
You can read, you just can't see.
You never want to put on your glasses.
I know.
So what do you think, Lotus? I mean,
He's responsible. I think he should have evacuated. If the hurricane was at a Category 4, that's
but it's too
serious.
late at that point, Solo. That's what I'm saying.
so
They don't know if it's going to go to a 4. They can say, yeah, this is going to be a huge
Projected.
storm. You know, it could be a
No.
1 or a 2. It could stop at a 2.
they had already said it on the news, like early Friday, Thursday. Like it's at a Category 4. People need to start
It
evacuating.
didn't go to a 4 till Friday, so that couldn't happen.
But they still could have evacuated because
It's
had,
already
No,
time.
but I'm
It
saying-
hit Friday.
Yeah, do you say that before it hits and starts to get to a, you know, because after it hits,
It's too late.
it's too late because it's there. Now
So-
you're in the middle of it.
So you're saying that he really didn't have enough time, and he was
No,
really-
I'm not saying that. I'm saying he made the decision to say, no, I'm not going to make it mandatory, based on maybe he was thinking, you know, we can
Ride it
we can
out.
ride
They've
it
been
out.
through this
It may not be
before.
as bad as they think.
I still think he should just
Because
deserves to
think
leave.
about every time a hurricane is about to come hit Florida or the coast, and you say, "Hey, everybody!"
I
evacuate."
don't think
It's
so.
better
I
And
don't
then the
think
hurricane does that,
It's
or
better
it's
to
not
be
that
safe
strong.
than sorry.
it is, but
That is
I don't
huge.
think this is my opinion. No, I don't think he should be held responsible. This is why. Number one, to be honest, people have the opportunity to evacuate on their own instead of waiting for somebody to say go. Number two, had they made a mandatory evacuation and people stayed, then it's on them. But everybody don't have the means to just get up and go.
No, they don't, and that's why you provide them as the mayor of Houston.
What are you gonna provide? 2.3. Well, that was last year. What are you gonna
Those who
provide?
don't have the
It was
means,
2.4 million.
What are you gonna provide? 3 million people.
You know what? People
What are
have
you gonna provide them? What are you gonna give them?
a ride 4 hours away.
In what
It's
though?
not that easy.
3 million
They
people.
were talking about you wouldn't even be able to get.
It won't be 3 million people.
But if it's a mandatory evacuation, that means
That's what you're
everybody
expecting.
get out.
You know how they did the Freedom Gardens when you had the war? It was like
I feel
everybody.
like I'll be talking right into
we
the
need
mic and
you
I'll be
to
so.
grow, food in your backyard to help support the troops, whatever.
Yeah.
Like he could have said something like, "Hey, we need y'all to evacuate. Go pick up family members. Those who don't have a car, don't have a means to evacuate. You know what I'm saying? Like people just have to band together. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if he is the mayor, he's the mayor, right? He's the mayor for a reason. Right, so he's in control of the city of Houston, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it is his responsibility to alert the people. Some people don't have TV. Some people don't watch TV. Me and you don't watch TV.
So how are they gonna know
So
to
how
evacuate?
would we know?
That's you proving our point. Like if he's saying, hey,
'Cause
you
they
need to
have-
evacuate, and what if you say, where am I
But they
going? I don't have a
have-
car. I don't have any money.
But they have an emergency signal or something like that. That sounds.
This is okay.
That's not gonna put money in your pocket. That's not gonna make you have a car. If,
So, but
because a
they-
siren is sounding, that
listen,
don't make
let
you
me
have
put
money.
this-
I don't have money, but if I was told that I need to evacuate,
But you have a
Fort
car.
Worth, I would leave.
You have a car.
Okay,
You can
so
do that.
this. Let's just put this in perspective, because a lot of people judge situations. The truth of the matter is, you could tell me all day long to evacuate, but if I don't have a car, or I have car, I don't have the gas money. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna get on the highway and be stuck on the highway with me and my children
You
because
gonna
I done
Uber.
ran out of gas.
You can call it Uber.
Okay, you
Okay.
being funny, but I'm just
Playing.
saying, like, in all honesty,
Nah, but
it sounds slick.
But But still, I just think that where there's a will, there's a way. That's not, see, you can't expect for people to be 100% responsible for your well-being. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you to evacuate or whatever the situation is for your safety. Now, if I can provide the means I can't provide the means for 3 million people, but if I could maybe 100,000, I don't know. But that's not my problem.
You really proving the wrong point.
I'm actually confused because you kind of like you done jumped on the other side. You don't
know what I'm saying is it's not his responsibility to make sure that those who don't have a way to evacuate.
He just need to tell them and then make it the best way you can.
And they need to figure that part out.
That sounds so. How people in shelters gonna figure it out? What they gonna do?
Those are the people that you help. Those people that are the homeless people that are in shelters. I'm
just gonna say this.
People.
I'm just gonna say this. I don't think. I mean, just think that a decision like that. I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't want to make it.
I don't want
that. But you don't want to be responsible for.
But I'm saying you're gonna guess wrong if because
either way it goes, somebody
if you say,
gonna
hey,
complain.
Mandatory evacuation, everybody's got to go.
I ain't got nowhere to go. I ain't got no money to get there.
And then you can say,
or pass over.
You can say, oh, he jumped the gun. You know, he caused all this chaos. We got all these millions of people stuck here, stuck there. Hurricane wasn't even bad. That's happened
But
before.
then you come up with a fancy speech to show that you care about the people of Houston, the citizens of Houston, and that you was looking out for their best interests because you didn't want a situation to happen like it happened in New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
I get that.
Mm-hmm. So it is kind of like a catch-22. There is no way that you're going to be able.
I do think it's a catch-22. You're not going to win on either side.
Yeah, but I just really think that it's just better to announce it.
So here's the other thing.
You saying announce it like you fixing to get in the car and go to the mall. Where are they going?
Where are they going? How they getting there? On a good day. On a good day. You can sit in traffic in Houston for 2 hours going from work to home. So for 3 million people to be on the highway at one time,
and that's just Houston. We ain't even talking about
the surrounding cities. I don't even know how you.
So what is the alternative?
I don't know. That's why I say I wouldn't want the decisions, but because you can't win.
Yeah.
If you say mandatory evacuation and you cause all that chaos and nothing happened, they're gonna blast you saying
either
you
way
wasted
it goes,
a lot of resources.
Lose.
You cause a lot of people, chaos and everything else, and nothing happens. So you can't win. You really can't.
Either way you lose. Either way you lose in that situation. Period.
I mean, that is a lot of people to be traveling at one time at the same time.
There's way too many.
Because I think that happened in New Orleans where people was on I-10 and it was crowded.
They stuck. They running out of gas. All kind of stuff. Like
even when it's not traffic, if you have an accident, if you have one accident on the highway, you stuck.
I think a store had ran out of gas. So, because people was leaving Houston. I think a store had ran out of gas. They had to shut down.
A whole bunch of them are going to run out. You can't. So, you imagine that many people trying to fill up.
I understand the dilemma, but if there's no better alternative, then that's your only option. That's what you have to do.
What we got? We got in the comments?
Yeah,
folks?
we got a bunch of comments. I'm just trying to see. Okay, so we have people saying, I agree. I'm not sure where in the conversation, but King Charles says, it all boils down to, if you spot it, you got it. I'm not sure what he was listening to when he said that.
What could King have been talking about?
That's what the people who is complaining about, I guess what the church is not doing. They're not doing anything. I don't know.
What is their church doing?
That's it.
Like the people who are complaining about the mega churches. What is your church doing?
I always thought, like, if I'm busy doing what I'm gotta do or what I'm doing, I don't even have time to.
I don't even know what you.
We get ready to take a quick break, y'all. Look at yours. Oh, you good? I'm trying to see why this is.
I need to get my phone.
Yeah, we good.
Okay, you don't want to take no break?
How we gonna break?
What you mean? How we gonna break? Break? No.
Yeah, like
we only got 20 minutes.
Yeah, let's
okay. I'm just trying to see why this is looking like
I don't know
black.
why yours like it's still good.
So it don't matter. Long as yours is good.
So she got an iPhone now,
this dude said, long as mine is good.
No, I mean
good.
we know it's not.
It's got to be my phone because his is still rolling. That's what you said.
That's it right there, right?
So so here's the thing. So we got crazy president making crazy moves.
Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, sis. Go ahead.
Because we got all of this stuff happening like at one time. We got the Hurricane Harvey situation. We got the whole football situation. We still got
America just got situations. Period.
We got this Confederate statue stuff.
Yeah. We got the Confederate. Aren't they removing them?
Some states are. Some are fighting.
You see what I'm saying? So what?
We got North Korea shooting
Why
missiles
am I
over
stuck?
close
Yes,
to
and then we got this overseas
after U.S. has said, well, the orange man said, "You do that, you better not even threaten us." And that man like, man, shut up.
Right.
Shoot missiles.
Right.
Now what?
Well, he don't got time to deal with that right now. He's trying to close the deal. But I mean, so we got.
And he's gonna get impeached.
Well, yeah.
And then, but America is so unsettled right now.
That's because you have a divisive leader. He's divided the whole
country,
world. The
whole world,
the country, the states, the cities.
The whole world is being impacted by this fool.
Yeah, and everybody are showing their true colors, black and white. Because it all boils down to just being. Well,
I think you probably got more comments on yours because mine is stuck.
Right. Let's see.
He gonna do that quick.
Can you see? Can you see the? That's you. Can you see the comments? Click it. Click it. Now the comments should come up. Just turn it down.
So we just got all these issues that we're dealing with right now. Dee
Dee said some people just can't just up and leave their homes. Money plays a part. And where would they go? If they don't have any family to go to, where they gonna go?
That's what you were saying.
I mean, you gotta be you gotta be strategic. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have no money, where you gonna go? And what you gonna eat while you on the road? And how you gonna pay for a hotel and the gas? And
okay, but if a hurricane actually do hit and you get stuck in the flood, what you gonna do?
Either way it goes, it's a gamble.
You can tell some people it's going to be a category 7 and they're going to say, well, I'm not leaving my home.
My family most of my family is in South Texas. And I was like on the phone from the time I started seeing this build up, like, okay, y'all, because I remember being in Milwaukee watching Katrina, and I'm like, that's just so scary to know your people down there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this time I'm like, okay, y'all been through this before, so what you gonna do? And they like, we been through this before, so we can't just pack and leave every time they say that it's a storm.
Because hurricane season, hurricane season.
Yeah. This is just the beginning.
It's the beginning, yeah.
Right.
But and I have people contacting me because they knew they know I live in Texas. They don't, you know what I'm saying?
They don't know the geography.
Right. Yeah. So I'm just like, oh, I'm fine. We're just getting the rain.
Yeah.
But to be honest, like I think if if we were told to evacuate Fort Worth, I would leave, and I don't have money to.
But you had a means to leave. You got a job, you got a car, you got a husband, you got a family. You have the means to say.
It'll be easier on you than it'll be on some people.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, like, what's up? Like, you good? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I would do. Like, we'll squeeze you in.
It's almost like blaming the victim a little bit. Like,
y'all should have stayed. Y'all should have left. Yeah.
Man,
I mean, but you just got to deal with it as it comes. You know what I'm saying? Those who decided to stay, then you just got to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Those people that stayed got to deal with it. The governor, the mayor, whoever, they got to deal with it. Now, pull out the resources, help these people.
I think.
But nobody knew that hurricane was going to come through, sit there. I mean, it literally just sat there and just spun and
caused
and
havoc.
Then went back into the ocean, gained a little bit more. And
now it's coming back.
It can happen, but nobody really knew that.
But Houston flooded last summer. Last summer, Houston had experienced some flooding. I mean, it wasn't a hurricane.
That's just because of location
Yeah, but they had some severe flooding going on in Houston last summer. So I guess it was kind of like a hint, like, hey, be on the lookout because something about to happen.
But people need to don't let people make you feel bad because you can't do something right now. These people are gonna need. A lot of people are gonna come to Dallas. They're gonna need stuff for months and months,
years.
And months.
So it's gonna take a couple of years.
If you can't do something right now, don't beat yourself up. Whenever you can,
get in.
Do it. And then if that ain't you, if that ain't your calling, then it's not. I don't judge people for what they do with their money, their time, their resources. If I want to do something, I'll do it. If you don't, I don't knock you because you
don't know their story.
you're not gonna take some water down there. I don't know your situation, so
But yeah, right. You don't.
and it's all between you and God what you give and
And everybody is going through something. Like Flint, Michigan is still dealing with their
still
water
dealing
crisis.
with lead.
You know what I mean? So now we got a new crisis. So and we're steady getting new crises. So things are just.
I just
happening.
want to humanize that whole situation, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I just want to humanize it. Like,
It ain't about mega
it's not
churches.
commercial. It's not. This is not about what this person is stars and they need to get this and they need to get that, and it's not about none of that. It's about the fact that people's lives are being turned upside down, literally speaking. I was watching this video and I promise it damn near took the breath out of me. It was this truck that turned over. It's in the water. The water is probably about 1.5 feet, 2 feet, maybe a little bit more. So the truck is upside down, and it's a family in the truck. So you can hear the mama, "Get my baby, get my baby."
Oh, Lord.
But this is what's so crazy. So white folks run into the truck, black folks run into the truck, and then they get the baby out. And so now I know, because at first I didn't know, but now I know, okay, this is a white family. Who gives a damn?
Right.
So then they pull the baby, and the baby is lifeless. Like, I don't know what happened, because somebody is filming it. This is live, filming it live, and you just see the baby's arms like this. They carrying the baby. So then they doing CPR. Who would say, don't do CPR on my baby with them? You know what I'm saying? Like, these are
say that?
No, this is what my point is. Like, all of this drama that we saw in Charleston the week before, all that stuff goes out the window.
Oh yeah.
And now, and this is what I'm talking about when I say humanizing the situation, because that is an option. Like, all of this that we're dealing with outside of natural catastrophes like the hurricane is not an option. You got to ride through it. But the way you respond to it is an option. The way you respond to what happened in Charleston is an option. The way you respond to the stuff that you see on social media, whether you feed that negative energy or not, that's my choice. Right. You know, and you have to choose for yourself, like, what's really important here. Because I'm about as militant as they come. And I get it. I know it. But at the end of the day, that stuff got to go on the shelf, and we got to become humans again.
But I mean, it's a way to be militant. When you're militant, you need to be militant about
stand on right for righteousness,
the system, about
the broken system.
You
That's
ain't
right.
just unrighteous. Well, I'm all for standing up to unrighteousness, but I don't go around hating all white people. I really don't. I done had too many to do stuff for me that black folks ain't never gonna do. I ain't done. I got too many family, and I know it ain't every. You can't just generalize like that. Even though it may seem like that, you just can't put yourself in that. I mean, I couldn't imagine. My heart couldn't take just hating all.
I ain't trying to live like that. That's just wasted energy, man.
I don't know how to work. I'm fighting injustice.
I could be using that same energy to fix. I could still focus on my community. You know what I'm saying? Like, my being pro-black don't mean I got to be anti-nothing.
Right.
Exactly. I'm not anti-anything. I'm just about them people right there.
Right.
Because those are the ones who
that need the help.
Yeah, I can relate to. I can connect to.
And they need the help. They need the help. And the truth of the matter is, and I know I'm probably gonna have a bunch of people be mad at me for saying this.
I know what you're about to say.
I don't even care though.
I know what you're
It's a whole bunch of white people that's more pro-black than black folks.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like, in all honesty, like, they be it. Let me stop.
Like, the cliche term is, there are some good white people. Like, it's true. It really is.
And why are we mad about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, why do we want to combat that? We can't even get nothing done. We don't have the time. We don't have the resources. We don't have the manpower. If it was a straight up racial war that broke up right now, we ain't got the gun power. We don't have the muscle. We don't got the money to do none of that on our own. It can't be just black folks or just Latino and just Asians and just it can't.
It don't.
We gonna lose.
But it looks like that. Like, when you look at the news, it's the Hispanic people fighting and talking about the rights of the Hispanic people. It's the black people,
and that's fine. They have a right to do it.
It's a reason. It's a reason we doing it because of a big population of America.
And we're representing our race.
I mean, we do it out of defense. Think about most of the stuff that we do and we fight for is because it's a right that we weren't given, or it's
but it's what I'm saying is it's still division because at the end of the day, it's kind of like minority. Which I hate this term, like minority versus majority. You know what I'm saying? That's at the end of the day, that's what it is. You know, and so, but it's like like we divide ourselves. Like when I heard that Hispanic lady on TV, you know, talking about what Trump did when he pardoned that guy, like I felt her pain. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I can relate to that. Yeah. Now, I don't know if other people were able to relate to that because she was specifically talking about...
She went in. You talking about Anna,
I don't know her
that news comment.
Yeah,
I sent it to you.
Yeah, it was a news comment.
Yeah.
But, you know what I'm saying? It was pretty much like a slap in the face to her people.
I mean, he keeps showing the entire country...
who he is.
That he is a piece of dirt crap. You know,
a piece of that.
He's really evil. He's a really evil man. It ain't no other way to look at it. And you still have people who... stand by that, and
so that's
and I wouldn't say that about like all the presidents, because some people may have like Bush. You know, I think Bush was just not a smart dude. You know, even though he could have been racist, but this dude is showing you.
But this one is outright don't care that you know
every way he can that he don't care about. He don't care about you. He don't care about that race. Right. He's trying to get you know, that's what he's.
He is on purpose bringing drama.
Yep. To me, I would go as far as to say he don't really care about all white people. I think he care about people that's like folks. Him, that's in his position, that you know his.
I just think he like the people who are just gonna cheer for his rhetoric. You come to his rally, that's where he feels comfortable at a Trump. Either. No, I'm just saying he's comfortable at a Trump rally.
Well, that's all about stroking his ego.
When he's saying something stupid, you saying
that's about stroking that ego.
And no matter what he's saying, no matter what he says, he's gonna get people clapping and making him feel good about his stupidity. So, I mean, I don't know if this is like almost probably it's going to be the worst time for America.
It is.
Other than slavery.
It is. I definitely think
because this president has chopped this country up.
It's like the second worst thing, worst time.
So,
I don't know.
It is 10 minutes to, so we're going to wrap it on up.
And wrap it up.
Take it on out. What you got, sis?
Hey, did you mention
what?
That people can drop off supplies?
We can mention it again.
All right.
I did, but we can redo it.
I just think that people need to remain positive and start really putting out. I'm on this positive kick. I mean, I know you've been telling me about it.
That's good. I'm glad it caught on.
But yes, I'm trying to like be super positive and listen to positive messages and
I love it.
Just stuff like that. So I just think that in order for us to turn the world around, we really need to start invoking positive messages out there, like constantly, and saying a lot of positive things about each other, and actually feeling it and believing it. Like I really think that works.
Somebody hypnotize you?
Me.
Did you hypnotize her?
I did.
Because I don't recognize her right now.
I did.
Whatever.
It took 3-4 years. But she
there. I could
have
sworn, but I ain't gonna bring up.
She there though.
I ain't gonna bring up previous shows.
Don't be negative.
I'm not. That's why I'm not gonna bring it up.
But I really do. I just think that's what's important right now. We need to get back to loving each other, loving everybody. You know what I'm saying? No, for real. But loving everybody, not just based on race or anything, but just because they're good people. And I always live by the motto from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is to settle on the best part of people. Like I always say that.
You do good with that.
And I think that's what we should do is really just settle on the best part of people.
You do good with that. Because I know I done pissed you off a few times and you just be
that's okay. I still love you.
Yeah.
And maybe him too.
What you got, Jay?
Well, my comment is about to address your little being funny right there. I'm not going to love everybody. I'm just not. I don't love racists. I don't.
I ain't talking about like that.
No, I
but
mean, like
okay.
you said, we just need to love everybody.
Well, not
You ain't walking around spreading roses.
Oh my God, no.
Well,
I mean,
I ain't that stupid.
if
Not
I
in
know
that-
you're a racist, you ready to shoot me, I'm ready to shoot you. Like that's just me. But if you cool, I'm cool. I'm like a mirror of people. If you're a good person,
That's what you gonna
I'll
get
be
back.
a good person.
I like
But
that,
if
a
you,
mirror.
yeah, I am. So however you are, that's how I'm gonna be with you. Because I'm not at that stage to where I can just love everybody. Because
I ain't no hippie now.
Because I hate Donald Trump, and I'll tell him to his face, I hate you, and you dumb. And
Orange man.
So
You little orange man.
as far as the NFL protest, if the players are willing to stand up, I'm down.
Check.
Y'all ain't willing to stand up for yourself or for Cap.
Come to Brick House.
I just got September 10th. We won't see you in the house watching the Cowboys. If you got
That's
the players saying, "Well, no, we ain't gonna," I'm like, "Well, dang man, we trying to stand up for y'all. Just show me you willing to stand up. We'll stand
For
up.
yourself.
Show me you willing to kneel, and we'll get behind you. Even though some people want to do it anyway, I ain't at that point. As far as this hurricane thing, is too many people using this as a way to attack the church. I mean, it ain't even about what your what is a pastor in Dallas. Why are pastors and churches in Dallas being attacked for what's happening in Houston? I haven't put that part together yet. Like picking on the mega churches. What are y'all doing? And every church is doing something. So people need to stop that reckless kind of church bashing when it's people dying. Just figure out what you want to do and what you can do. Do that and be done with it. Don't worry about who opened their doors and what he did, and just do you. And this situation is way bigger than pointing fingers at churches and stuff. So I don't understand that part. So
That's it.
I'm done.
Okay, so a couple things. One from my brother Kaif. He says he's doing a drive tomorrow. Who's willing to donate? We have set up a central location for you to drop off donations for all those families and friends affected by the hurricane. Anyone interested in donating items such as water, canned goods, blankets, etc., please bring them to Red Bird Mall, Southwest Center on Wednesday, tomorrow at 7 o'clock p.m. They will meet you there to take your donations. No money, just supplies. So that's one thing that we can do. Brick House and High Vibe are partnering, and we are also doing our way, what we know how to do. So we're concentrating on just water right now. Again, this is going to be some years of impact to people, so there'll be plenty of opportunity. But right now, we're asking people to just you want to do just water right now. You told me don't ask you that. Just make a decision. Right?
Yeah, I told you. Just
Okay.
Tell me what we doing.
Okay, so we're collecting water. Any day that we're open, you are welcome to bring cases. We open Wednesday through Sunday at 5 o'clock. So definitely come out, bring water.
I'm sure we'll progress.
We will, but we're going to get a team of volunteers and people to help organize all of that and put it together, because I'm very good for taking on a million projects. So we need to make sure we have system in place before we have stuff everywhere and we can't dance.
I get it.
Yeah, so that's why we concentrating on just water, and we do have a system for that. But anyway.
What's the date and time?
Well, again, you can drop off anytime, Wednesday through Sunday. We open at 5. We close different times throughout the week, so you can look at our website for that.
Between 5 and
10.
10, be done with it.
Okay, so between 5 and 10, Wednesday through Sunday, bring us water. We are having a big event. It is called the Basement Day Party. Basement Party, just an old school retro party throwback. We're going to play some cards and dominoes and listen to old school music. That is one of our fundraisers that we are planning, and that will be September 30th at 2 o'clock p.m. So you can definitely, just check us out for more information on that. But support. You never know when it's going to hit your front door. So, and you don't want to be one of them people that just jump on because it impacted you and yours. Let's humanize and not get to where we looking for ways to edify ourselves and be the loudest voice and bringing attention and our 5 minutes of fame. It ain't about none of that. These people's lives are being altered, and we have to care about that. Care to the point of implementing change and doing what you can do. Whatever it is you can do, and be proud of that. You may not be able to do nothing but pray and say, Creator, help that family. God, help that family. Do that. And that's good. And that could go a long way. But do what you can do. And just care about people. And then I'm going to say this. Because we are in the Metroplex got to get ready. For real. Because we are the closest big city to Houston. So we're going to have a lot of people that are going to come here. Mm-hmm. So we have to be sensitive to the changes that they're going through. I can't imagine. I just literally, my mind cannot imagine losing everything at one time. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, even I've been through some stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I could go to storage and get my stuff. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not an option for them. Mm-hmm. I've been to the point where I didn't have a home anymore. I had a car. I could drive to a friend's house. Some of these people, they don't have that. They literally sitting on their rooftop waiting for somebody to come get them, hoping that somebody come get them. Yeah. And some of them are making a choice. Like this is one of the saddest things I've heard. It was a family of 6. It was 2 great grandparents and 4 children. Now the car just washed away. At one time, that mama and daddy have to know, I lost all of my children at one time. This is how people's lives are being impacted. We're not trying to look for no opportunity to gain notoriety, or we doing more than y'all do. Brick House ain't about that. High Vibe ain't about that. Blaquer The Berry ain't about that. We are about trying to show love to the people. That's it. That's it. Not comparing what we do versus what you do. Tell us what you're doing so we can post and we can share that, because somebody may be closer to your spot. They can't get to Brick House. That's fine. Our goal is to bring the people together to help the ones that are in need. So that's how we want to show love and, again, just humanize this situation. That's our time this week on the Blaquer The Berry and High Vibe Media. Just stay plugged in to see all the things that we have going on. Tomorrow again, sports rehab at 8:30, and then come join us at Brick House on Thursday for our 9 o'clock show, A Man's Point of View, where we will revisit some of these issues. But you could come and hang out with us face to face and give us your opinion and what you would like to see done and how you feel like we could come together, because you may have some great ideas that we haven't even thought about. So we want to hear from people and just kind of strategize and come up with a plan that we can implement and be effective and work smarter, not harder. That's our time tonight on the Blaquer The Berry at the Vibe. We'll holler at y'all next week where we are talking KKK. Peace.
Peace. Ooh. Hey, Daryl, I have a petty.
Don't say nothing until we on.
Oh.